Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is a Spartan Coaches Corner live here from Boardman High School. DJ Yoakley with you at Spartans Giving. Big deal here at Boardman. The first time they've done it across all winter sports, and we are joined by the head wrestling coach here for the third year. He makes his entry into the Spartan Gymnasium. And ladies and gentlemen, nobody better, Mr. Hadi. My guy, forever. Dude, you remember when we started this thing, you were a football coach at Latonia,
yeah,
right?
we're talking like 2015, 16 maybe?
We were 17.
17.
But you were one of the most – I mean, you believed in what we did from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you might be the only person that is more busy than I am, and I just am baffled about how – we were just talking about it. How do you do what you do? Because you are just constantly 24/7, 365 on the go.
Yep.
How do you do this and as, you know, on top of everything else that you do?
I think anybody that coaches,
Yeah.
anyone, and whatever level it is, there has to be a certain amount of love for it.
Yeah.
And I think you just, you enjoy it so much that you just don't give it up. You find yourself, 20 years down the road and you're still doing it.
34 years down there.
Yeah, 34. But, like we preach to the kids time management. One of, our primary goal with our wrestling program is, number one is to help make the kids become better people. So we preach time management to them all the time.
Yeah.
The importance of being to practice on time or early, being ready to go on time. So, time management has been a big part of, how I've been able to do what I do in my personal life, in my business life, and as a coach. I manage to the minute. It's kind of hard at times, but, if you really want to do it, you make it work.
Let's talk about the roster. I mean, Boardman Spartan's a big deal around here, wrestling especially. Talk to me about what you have on the roster this year.
Real nice roster. Numbers are great. We implemented a little bit of a program where we were trying to rebuild in year one. So we had a 3-year plan. And then after the 3-year was a 5-year, but the 3-year plan was to get participation up. So that was one of our primary goals. So right now we started this season with 58 kids. We unfortunately had to make some cuts, believe it or not. I never, as a wrestling coach, DJ, I never thought I'd ever say I had to make cuts.
That's a good thing, though.
It is a good thing. The problem with it is you never know if you got that diamond in the rough, and there's that time to develop. But, a lot of the kids came, we had some first-time sophomores, first-time juniors, and unfortunately we had to make cuts, honestly, because we just didn't have enough coaches.
Right.
So, we were trying to keep our coach-to-wrestler ratio as low as possible. So, we're down now. We cut it down to 50, and right now we're working with about 46, 47 kids.
Wow.
So we have a couple kids that are already injured, but they were first-year kids, so they're kind of out. But we're about 46, 47 right now.
Expectations for the year?
Always high. Always set the bar high and expectations high and chase after that. We have some really good returners. Max Wicca won the league last year at 150. He's back as a senior. Santino Slipkovich is back. He's a senior. He was a runner-up in his weight class last year. And we have multiple placers back. We only lost 2 starters in our lineup last year. The hardest part about wrestling, honestly, is the kids grow.
Yeah.
So, when they come in, you got kids falling in the same weight classes. It's real difficult. But, as time ticks by and, we get closer to our league tournament, which they moved this year. It's in the second week of January, not the last week. So we're 2 weeks earlier. So kind of got our backs against the wall here trying to peak out a little bit earlier for that tournament, but then not overly peak out and be prepared to get into sectionals come February.
From a standpoint of sport and wrestling, I mean, everybody has an expectation. They walk into that gym that you guys are going to walk away with trophies, right?
Yeah.
How do you manage that? How do you let kids know that it's a process?
Yeah, so we basically preach to them that, everything that we do is a building block to the final block that goes in our building. And, I'm always pointing at one of the blocks in our wrestling room. I'm like, hey, we're still down here. We're still building there. Mm-hmm. We've seen some success early. We've placed in some tournaments. We toned the schedule down a little bit in year one. Well, we got rid of a couple of tournaments, and we got into some tournaments where we could be a little bit more competitive as we were rebuilding. But the schedule last year was just about back up. But this year it's even stronger. Yeah. So, we're there. We're going to compete. We're not. I'm not going to say we're not going to win a league title. Obviously, that's one of our goals. Sure. We're going to be chasing after that. But I think what a lot of people don't realize about our sport is there's 28 schools in our league. It's not as easy as people think. It's a very big league. So just because you don't have a lot of Division I schools in the league, you got a kid or two that come out of this district or this school and another couple there. Next thing you know, you don't see all your guys on the podium as you'd like, but they've bought in. We're very aggressive in the weight room. I mean, like I said, our numbers are through the roof right now. So it's good. Program's going the way that we had a couple hiccups,
Yeah.
but we're back on track. It's doing really well. We're excited for this year's team.
This time of year can be very distracting for student athletes. They've got a lot going on anyway, but you add the holidays and you add
Yes.
trying to keep weight, things of that
Yeah.
nature. How do you keep them locked in?
It's real difficult. There's a lot of discipline involved in it. A lot of people think that wrestling coaches starve their kids and tell them don't eat and this and that. And that's another thing that we do. We educate the kids on proper eating, proper nutrition. So today we came. It was Spartans Giving. It was great. Our kids are super disciplined. We were the last ones to go into the gym. We were the last ones to come in to eat. They understand that it's very important that discipline has to carry on to everything that they do. They all had one plate, no seconds, no dessert, and and they know they're going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they're disciplined enough to wait. So we educate them on the nutrition part. Generally, the weight loss happens naturally because it's such an aerobic sport.
Yep.
So you could eat the way you were eating prior to the season starting, but by the time we get to usually the end of December, the holidays, January 1, each kid loses 5 to 7 pounds of body fat.
Yep.
So it's kind of natural. We just let it take its natural course. The one thing we ask them is to take 2 weeks where they just don't eat any junk food.
Yeah.
No soda, no junk food. Let's see what happens. It's pretty. Some kids are excited. They get on. They're like, oh, I feel leaner. I feel lighter. So we like seeing that. And then there's those kids who are diehard wrestlers, and it's all they do.
Yeah.
And those are the kids where we sit down one-on-one. We talk to the parent usually, and we say, hey, they'd like to move down a weight class. It's a 6-pound move.
Yeah.
If we're not comfortable with it, last year we bumped 2 kids up. We told them, no, we're not doing that. But we, if the parents on board and the parents are working with us on their end, then we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But we're cautious with that. It's very important. I mean, these kids are growing.
Yeah.
They're like weeds. It's hard.
Last question for you. Obviously, we're taping this the day before Thanksgiving. What are you thankful for this year?
I'm thankful for the opportunity to be here. I'm thankful for everything that I have, and I'm thankful for the good people I have around me. That always makes things great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Coach, thank you. Appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you.
Hadi.
Thank you, guys.